good morning. Let's do some yoga together. Okay, so just close your eyes and relax your tummy. Feel that your breath is naturally lengthening the spine. It's nice even to imagine that when you breathe in, you're filling the spine with light, grounding it to the center, lowest root of your body, and then as you exhale, expand that light to radiate all around you. And now let's bring the palms together at the heart. And that's a nice place just to make a connection. At this point, I like to deepen the breath cycle. So as I breathe in, I really fill up the whole body as much as I can and gently suspend the breath. And then exhale, same thing. Feeling that full deep contraction of the inner body and gently holding the breath out. So we can do that breath pattern maybe 2 or 3 more times. So I'm just gonna walk my hands out in front of me for a bit, and I'll let you know I always practice intuitive yoga. So whenever I'm working with somebody or covering classes or making a video, I just feel into the body and kind of suss out where I want to go with it. So there's no pre-planning, there's no kind of devising something outside of this moment. So let's take a breath and reach the arms up. And then exhale, side stretch. Ooh, that feels good this morning. And then inhale, come back up. Just make it big. And exhale, reach it out. So I also like to make noise sometimes. So on an exhale, it can feel really nice just to to release. So I'm interlocking the fingers, and I'm going to take a couple of breaths just to lift the sternum and the chest up. Spread the rib cage, and then exhale, draw the shoulder blades down and back. So I'm really feeling or imagining that somebody's pulling my hands away, but it's like the hands are glued together. So there's a real power and strength in the hands. And then by reaching and pulling, I activate into the shoulders and the mid-back, pulling them in and down. Good. And then gently release that. And I'm briefly just going to tuck my chin under. So interlock the fingers, place them round back behind the head, and tuck the chin under. So let's release that and just find your way, step back into a down dog. And let's take a few nice big deep breaths here. So right here, I'd definitely do a few different things. So I'd try pulling back my toes and really pressing into my heels. I'd feel or really connect to the palms and all the fingers grounding down. Concentrate on breathing into the base of my spine. So it's like I'm really reaching my sitting bone upward and grounding those ankles down. And then just a nice little movement of my head can help me to feel a lot more relaxed in my neck. And then my heel pulsing, so that's where I'm gonna bend one knee, lengthen the opposite heel down. And just doing that, it feels great, and it's a nice way to sort of wake everything up in the body. So we'll feel a nice little move in a flow sequence for you. So I'm just going to inhale the right leg up. And I'm going to take a few big breaths here because this can be a great way to kind of charge that leg. So I'm going to really ground into my left heel and then reach the right leg up. Now I'm really pressing, you can't see my foot in the thing, but I'm really pressing into the ball of my foot and reaching the thigh bone away. And still kind of breathing into the hands and the shoulders and the ribs, and then lengthening that leg up. Then we're going to step the left or the right leg all the way through, come up to a lunge. So my heels off, feeling powerful, feeling strong. Inhale. From there I'm going to exhale, relax the arms, inhale. And then I'm going to exhale, scoop and reach the hands around behind, bend the left knee and scoop the palms under. See, I'm scooping the pelvis under as well and kind of pulling the tummy back. So we inhale up, straightening the back leg, exhale, fall forward, inhale up, and exhale. One more like that, inhale up, and then exhale forward. This could be a real swing as well. Inhale up, and then exhale. Under, up, and then bring those hands down. From here, I'm going to inhale, straighten that right knee, do a couple movements so I can feel into my hamstrings. Gently put my back knee down, let the right knee fall open so I can get into my hips and my hip flexors. Good. And then I'm just going to do a really kind of crafty thing. I'm going to keep my left hand down and then step back into side plank. So I'm in side plank, and then I'm going to take my right foot up, put it down behind me, take a nice big breath, really reaching the pubic bone away from the head. Activate my seat by really kind of squeezing my bum cheeks here. Good. And then I'm going to come back into plank. And plank pose, as we know, is awesome for everything. But for me, again, keep it light and easy. So rather than having my bum like that, I like to lift it up and really feel like I'm drawing the shoulders away from the wrists. Play around with some different energy into my feet. And obviously breathing deeply. Good. Okay, so let's gently lower down. We can put the knees down or bend the elbows. So inhale, Lift the head and the heart. Exhale, scoop my cheeks under. Inhale, lift through the ribs. Exhale, scoop under. Inhale up. And then exhale, sit back child's pose for like a second. Just to sway a little bit and feel a release in the back. And then let's make our way back into down dog. And then we're just going to try, we're not going to try, we're going to do that sequence again. So let's take a breath and reach the left leg up. Now this one, so we're really pressing in to the ball of the foot. And I'm not, you know, feel free to open the hip, feel free to square it off, and like really breathe and lengthen that thigh bone out of its socket. Breathing and grounding at the same time as we're reaching. Okay, and then let's step that foot all the way through. Okay. For lunge, so feel active in the feet, in that back foot, in the hips. Inhale the arms up. So again, how much flow or kind of weight you use through this sequence is up to you. So we're going to inhale up, and then exhale, inhale up, and then exhale, scoop it under. Inhale up, exhale, flow, inhale up, and then exhale, scoop it under. Inhale up, and exhale, inhale up, and then exhale. Really feel that. Inhale up, and then exhale, release. I'm literally just gonna kind of release my hip by straightening that left knee. Take a couple breaths. This one's like feeling that left hip pull away. But just explore. It's all about feeling, having a direct feeling experience with your body. Good stuff. So let's put the knee down, back knee down that is, and then let that left knee fall open a little. So I'm swaying into the right hip flexor and then out into that hip where we just, it's our responsibility, right? We're the ones living in our bodies, so no one else can really figure it out for us. We need to figure it out for ourselves, right? So here I'm going to do that little crafty step back. So I'm just going to step my foot back into side plank. Get myself feeling really good and lifted. And then bring that top leg up. Put it down behind me. And then inhale. Lift up into the seat. And I'm really activating my bum and my legs here. So there's a real lifting into the rib cage, pressing into the seat. And then the neck's relaxed. And play with your plants. Give them some loving. Okay. And then let's slowly release that. Come back into plank. Take a couple nice big breaths. And then exhale. So I'm feeling bow pose, just grab the feet. Inhale, lift the head and the heart. Exhale, active feet, active bum, active legs. And then gently let it go. Let's release, head to heart down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, child's pose. Just breathe here for, if I was there with you, I'd press on your lower back here so that you get a real profound release Okay, and then I'm just going to do a little hip twist sequence, and that will be us this morning. So let's take a breath and reach that right leg up. Feel free here. Again, do a little bit of exploration because that can feel nice. And we're going to make our way into a nice pigeon. So just draw your knee down. Let yourself sit down on that right side. So we're just kind of being really easy in our bodies. Okay? And then see how you feel gently lengthening into a bit of a deeper stretch. Maybe just for like 5 breaths, you know, nothing too hardcore. Okay, and then I feel like we'll just do the classic. So we'll just sit over into that, bring the back leg up and round, ground into both seats, and then just do a little twist round. Look it round and breathe. You know when you do yoga at your house and you start to see little like dusty bits on the floor? It's like, focus on the yoga, don't focus on the fact that you want to vacuum later. We're nearly done this. I promise you I'm going to be vacuuming after this little session. Gives you a real close-up view to the floor. So I'm going to release the twist. Actually, it's always nice to do a little counter twist for like a breath or two. Right? Oh yeah, that feels good. And then I'm going to release, and I'm actually going to roll back to a little plow pose here for a couple breaths. I just really got a signal to feel into the neck here. And then we're going to roll up and come into a boat pose. And I was just having a thought then of like empowerment yoga. Intuitive yoga is like really the idea of empowering each and every one of us to feel so much that we're really, really trusting and connected to our own inner teacher, right? Intuition. And that we know we can just move and breathe in a way that feels good for us and learn about how to take care of our bodies from our own unique perspective. Okay, so let's inhale, lift the arms and the legs up. And then exhale, we're just gonna cross and we'll do that hip sequence on the other side. So let's go step back right into that down dog. Inhale the left leg up, and again here it can be nice just to like try some movements that feel good. And you know your own self, right? So who better to be your own teacher? It's part of the new paradigm, really, this new kind of, even though it's ancient at the same time, it's kind of a wave of awareness seeping into the human consciousness. So let's bring that left knee down, sit into it here, because I know from experience when we do hip openers, we want to be really mindful of taking care of our knees. So anything that kind of makes it a bit easier, less torquing, less forcing is really good. Knees are all about the ego as well. So, all right, I admit that, you know, having an ego, having arrogance, all that kind of stuff, that's stuff to just work on. We all have stuff to work on. So for me, it's trusting life, letting go of thinking I have to control and just being a lot easier, which to be honest feels great. And sometimes you just have to remind yourself, like, life's meant to be great. Life's meant to feel good. And the more we go easy on ourselves, actually, and the more we expand our perspective and awareness, the easier it is to ride out the tricky situations or the painful or the sad, you know? So let's give in to these hip openers. Okay, so let's start to release that and bring the right leg up and over. This is really from working with other people as well that I'll notice, like, wanting to, in my own body, like, I'm going to use my right hand here to basically assist my right hip to really drop, and then as I'm pressing into it, kind of lengthen my torso up. So I'm making space before even coming into the position, and then finding my way to just drop the right hand down where it's basically there to help me stay tall. And use this hand obviously as leverage to kind of like assist you in deepening the twist. But otherwise keeping it really easy and effortless. So not kind of working it too hard, but letting the breath guide. Okay? A counter twist, so just kind of loop it round. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm gonna again roll back, this time do a little bit deeper shoulder stand practice. So coming straight up to the shoulder stand. So that was it for me. I gently kind of rolled out of that one, just playing around. Sometimes morning can be a bit intense, so just getting the tapping into that stretch. I usually find naturally wanting to do shoulder stand at some point throughout the day as well, where it's a little bit more limber. Then I'm just gonna flip one foot back behind, give myself a little quadricep stretch. So quads are the big muscles in the thigh, and I find once or twice a week wanting to do a bit of a something stretch into those quads and to release stuff. Then I'm gonna take out of that, and I'm just, see, I'm turning onto the side and bringing, like what you do standing up, right, and grab one foot behind the seat, and then kind of rolling back onto it. So for this one, it's really nice to really work on scooping that pelvis under as you lengthen the knee down. And it's, again, it's a moving, conscious exploration of self, really, in this body. So you know, for me, this might feel really good, for you, doesn't. So feel free always in your practice and when you go to classes to trust yourself more than other people if it's not feeling good. If something's coming up and it's feeling good, allow that experience to enhance the moment. If something's not feeling good, kind of take a step back and observe it with non-judgment and ask yourself whether it's something that you need to face and work through, or it's something you just need to release and let go of. Because, you know, not every pose is for everybody. Some of us, we have a unique body to work with, so, you know, work with that. And then right now, so this is like the time where I normally give clients, practitioners, time to like intuit properly. So if you've done the session with me, and then at the end here, you're kind of feeling into your body, noticing areas that want some attention. You want to shine some light into that area. Okay? And then like my face. So now I'm just giving my face like a little mini massage. Especially the forehead and the temples. And then, that sigh felt really good. So feel free always. Sigh, let it out, relax. Put some floaty music on or something. And actually I've uploaded a free relaxation, free guided relaxation on my website. So feel free to put that one on. It's a nice sort of 11-12 minute relaxation. Ooh. So when I relax, I like to get to this space where I'm really feeling my body's energy settle into the ground, right? And you let yourself get to this sort of perfect stillness, ease. You must get this feeling of like, even if it's only been a couple of minutes or 10 minutes, you haven't quite fallen asleep in relaxation, but you do have this feeling of like complete restoration, like you've sort of been encased in this wonderful energy, and then you come out of it like brand new. I get that feeling of like being like a little kid again and just exploring your hands and feet and stuff. So I would normally relax a little bit longer there, but I have things to do and people to see. Mainly I have to get ready for a wedding. So feel free to relax longer, but I just want to sort of close the practice wishing you a beautiful, luxurious, loving day and restful day where you just so love yourself. And go be that love, go share that love out into the world, whether it's passing on a smile or a helping hand, you know, or maybe it's just being really loving and inwardly saying to yourself that you're radiating love out into the world so that on a vibrational, energetic level, people can maybe pick up on that loving frequency. So have a wonderful day. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Enjoy. All to love. All